So let's take a look at the world's 100 largest companies. In this video, you will see the company rank, its logo, what the company does, how many employees it has, where the company is headquartered, and the company's market cap. And for those who don't know, I'll explain market cap with an example. Say I'm Elon Musk and I want to purchase a certain blue bird. How much would I have to pay to buy the whole thing? This is the company's market cap. Or in a more proper example, Target stock is selling for $163.41 per share, with there being around 460.3 million shares outstanding. Multiply the two and you get that Target is worth about $75.2 billion. It's also important to know that market cap changes constantly, and so do these rankings, but without further ado, let's get started. In 100th place is AMD with a market cap of $110.7 billion. Next is Elevance Health, being valued at $111.3 billion. 98th is Equinor with a market cap of $111.6 billion. 97th goes to Medtronic and it is valued at $111.9 billion. Next up is IBM, being valued at $112.1 billion. After that is Dior with a market cap of $113.4 billion. 94th goes to Prosus with a market cap of $113.6 billion. 93rd is Intel, being valued at $113.6 billion as well. Next is Unilever with a market cap of $115.5 billion. 91st goes to China Merchants Bank, which is valued at $115.8 billion. 10% of the way through is Intuit, being valued at $116.3 billion. In 89th is the Bank of China, which is valued at $119 billion. Next is Lowe's, which has a market cap of $119.1 billion. 87th is Honeywell, which is valued at $119.3 billion. 86th goes to TD Bank with a market cap of $119.4 billion. In 85th is Amgen, having a market cap of $124.1 billion. 84th is Raytheon, a military defense contractor, being valued at $126 billion. The fact that countries like the US spend hundreds of billions of dollars on their militaries each year proves just how important defense is. Countries are able to defend themselves with militaries, but how can you, the average Joe, defend yourself? Well, the answer is NordVPN, which happens to be today's sponsor. NordVPN will help you defend yourself from potential online threats by hiding your IP address and routing your connection through Nord's secure privately owned servers. Or in other words, with NordVPN, no one will be able to steal your precious information because NordVPN is awesome. But that simply isn't the only benefit of using it, because with NordVPN, you'll be able to gain access to otherwise restricted content. Have you ever wanted to watch a foreign TV show on Netflix, for example? No problem with NordVPN. I want to watch The Office, but wait, I live in America. No problem with NordVPN, because with the push of a button, I am now in the United Kingdom and able to watch the show. NordVPN is an incredible service that protects you and allows you to access parts of the internet that could be restricted in your country. Get 4 months for free on a 2-year plan with the link in the description and the pinned comment. It's risk-free with Nord's 30-day money-back guarantee. Thank you to NordVPN for helping to make this video possible, and let's get back to it. 83rd goes to CVS with a market cap of $126.9 billion. Next is Meituan, which is valued at $127.5 billion. And 81st is Union Pacific with a market cap of $127.6 billion. 80th goes to Total Energies, having a market cap of $128.9 billion. 79th is Comcast, which is valued at $130.1 billion. 78th is the Royal Bank of Canada with a market cap of $130.4 billion. 77th goes to Philip Morris, which is valued at $133.5 billion. Next is BHP with a value of $135 billion. A quarter of the way through is Hermes, which has a value of $136.1 billion. In 74th is Qualcomm, valued at over $136.5 billion. 73rd is PetroChina, which has a market cap of $136.9 billion. In 72nd is Adobe with a market cap of $137.2 billion. 71st is CATL with a value of $137.5 billion. Next is the Agricultural Bank of China with a market cap of $137.6 billion. In 69th is Nike, which is valued at $138.6 billion. 68th goes to TCS with a market cap of $139 billion. 67th is Charles Schwab, which is valued at $141.6 billion. And 1/3 of the way through is Lind, which has a market cap of $142.4 billion. 65th goes to China Mobile, which is valued at $142.8 billion. Next is Morgan Stanley with a market cap of $145 billion. In 63rd is UPS, which is valued at $145.7 billion. 62nd goes to ConocoPhillips with a market cap of $146 billion. 61st is China Construction Bank, which is valued at $146.7 billion. Next is Texas Instruments with a market cap of $149.8 billion. 59th goes to Bristol Myers Squibb with a market cap of $152.4 billion. In 58th is NextEra Energy, which is valued at $155.9 billion. 57th is Salesforce with a market cap of $156.3 billion. Next is Wells Fargo, which has a market cap of $164.4 billion. In 55th is Verizon, which is valued at $166.1 billion. 54th goes to Novartis with a value of $171.3 billion. After that is Cisco with a market cap of $171.3 billion as well. 52nd is McDonald's, which is valued at $172.1 billion. In 51st is Accenture with a market cap of $172.6 billion. At the halfway point is AstraZeneca with a market cap of $172.8 billion. Next is Oracle, which is valued at $176.7 billion. 48th goes to T-Mobile with a market cap of $178.2 billion. 47th is Disney, which has a value of $178.6 billion. 46th is Abbott Laboratories, which is also valued at $178.6 billion. 45th is L'Oreal with a market cap of $180.8 billion. Next is Shell, which has a market cap of $184 $184 billion. 43rd goes to ASML with a market cap of $186.5 billion. After that is Toyota, which is valued at $190.8 billion. 41st is Broadcom, having a value of over $192 billion. 40th is Danaher, our first company valued over $200 billion. Just ahead is Reliance Industries with a value of $200.6 billion. In 38th is the ICBC, valued at $202.5 billion. Next is Thermo Fisher Scientific with a market cap of $210.6 billion. In 36th is Costco, which is valued at $212.1 billion. 35th goes to Alibaba with a value of $222.1 billion. After that is Merck with a market cap of $223.5 billion. 2/3 of the way through, we have Pepsi, which is valued at $229.9 billion. 32nd is Novo Nordisk with a market cap of $237.7 billion. Next is Coca-Cola, which is valued at $246.5 billion. In 30th is Pfizer, which has a market cap of $249.5 billion. 29th is AbbVie with a value of $250.2 billion. After that is Bank of America, which is valued at $260.3 billion. 27th goes to Samsung, being valued at $260.7 billion. In 26th is Roche with a market cap of $278.8 billion. And 3/4 of the way through, we have the Home Depot with a market cap of $288.4 billion. Next is MasterCard, which is valued at $292.8 billion. 23rd is Nestle, our first company valued over $300 billion. 22nd is Chevron with a market cap of $307.4 billion. After that is Procter & Gamble, being valued at $309.4 billion. In 20th is Eli Lilly with a value of $313.3 billion. 19th goes to Louis Vuitton, being valued at $323 billion. Next is Nvidia with a market cap of $327.9 billion. 17th is JP Morgan Chase, which is valued at $329.6 billion. In 16th is Kweichow Mutai, being valued at $330.7 billion. 15th goes to Tencent with a value of $341.1 billion. 14th is Walmart, which has a market cap of $364.6 billion. After that is the Taiwan Semiconductor Manufacturing Company, which is worth $366.7 billion. In 12th is Meta Platforms, which is worth over $378 billion. 11th goes to Visa, which has a market cap of $390.5 billion. And starting the top 10 is ExxonMobil, which is worth $393.4 billion. 9th is Johnson & Johnson with a market cap of $433.6 billion. In 8th is United Healthcare, which has a market cap of $489.3 billion. Next is Berkshire Hathaway, having a value of $620.7 billion. After that is Tesla Motors, valued at $792.9 billion. 5th goes to Amazon with a market cap of $1.21 trillion. In 4th is Alphabet, valued at $1.33 trillion. 3rd is Microsoft, which is worth $1.85 trillion. Number 2 is Saudi Aramco, being valued at $2.11 trillion. And in first place is the one and only Apple, which is worth $2.33 trillion. In the end, Taiwan, Saudi Arabia, Australia, Norway, Denmark, South Korea, and Japan all had one company on this list. The Netherlands, India, and Canada each had 2 companies on the list. Ireland, the UK, and Switzerland all had 3 companies. France had 5 companies. China had 12 companies. And the United States had 61 companies on this list. Let me know what company surprised you the most, and thank you for 100,000 subscribers, and be sure to check out 8 solid minutes of useless geography facts.